Would somebody tell you something about a movie that's it's low budget? Do not be fooled.
Well, I'm not going home.
We've got too far! A day may come when the courage of men fails, but it is not this day.
The line must be drawn here. This far, no farther.
A person grits his teeth and shows real determination.
Failure is not an option.
That's how winning is done.
Believe me when I say
We can break this army here.
At a time.
And they will know what we can do!
Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
this is your time. Seize the day.
That's the Chicago way.
Who's with me?
No, my name is the Lord. When I tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our Independence Day.
Which brings us to Terminus. Okay, this movie, it takes place in a small town. A guy named David, he sees a blinding light like a meteor crashing into the earth. Okay, we've seen that kind of stuff before. And he has a devastating car crash, and he kind of goes missing for like 3 days. And his daughter, Annabelle, finds him finally wandering in the forest. And then after that, he starts to have some kind of dreams of some kind. He has post-apocalyptic dreams about the end of the world, you know, kind of like a mushroom cloud thing going and nuclear bombs going off. And then he has a dream about his wife, and she's kind of telling him in a dream we have to stop this from happening. We have to stop the world from getting destroyed. The bombs are going to fall. We need to stop this from happening. So he kind of he feels like compelled to go on this mission to stop this. And so he starts to have kind of like a relapse, you know, like when you're incoherent, and after a couple of days, let's say you start to get memory relapse, what they call. And he realizes that he has upon him a strange alien organism. The only appropriate description for this thing, it kind of looks like a diamond and as a metallic kind of thing shaped, and doesn't really have no form. And then he starts to find out that this thing has some kind of healing properties, and it's alien, of course. So he decides, okay, my wife told me I gotta save the world, so I'm gonna do it somehow, some way. I'm gonna figure out this technology, and I'm gonna do it. So he builds kind of like it looks like a capsule. Okay, you know when you see we've all seen a ship separate in outer space after the shuttle goes into space, right? You see like a capsule, and that's what this thing kind of looks like. It kind of looks like a capsule, and inside of it is some kind of the alien organism inside of it. Okay, so it's not long before the FBI comes snooping around looking for something, and they're kind of doing their own studies. You know, they're trying to figure out what is the anomaly and what happened to it. So they're kind of looking for it, and you know they got their own clues about it. So he meets a soldier in this movie, and he's kind of like he has like a post-traumatic syndrome, and he's just kind of a lot of people in this town just kind of walk at a bar, right? So he decides to help him when he gets into a brawl or something like that, and he ends up. There's a part where you start to see this. He gets involved, there's a part of this movie where he loses a limb. Okay, the soldier he kind of loses a limb. His right leg, I believe, it gets cut somehow, and he's bleeding to death. So he decides, okay, Annabelle doesn't. Basically, David's been trying to tell Annabelle, okay, what this thing does, and she doesn't believe him until she sees it for her own eyes. So he kind of puts some kind of part of the alien spore on this guy's leg, and it grows back, kind of like a salamander, kind of like a lizard. When they lose a limb, they grow back. That's what happens here. And then she realizes that he's not crazy, he's not insane or anything like that. So the FBI starts coming to his house, knocking on his door, trying to get, and it's not long before that they find out, okay, he has what they're looking for. So they're trying to stop him, they're trying to get to him, and of course at the end, okay, I don't want to give you guys any spoilers anymore, but basically this movie is low budget, but you're not gonna even remember that. It's not gonna be a factor at all, because This movie's actually good, okay? All right, my only complaint about this movie is the lighting on some parts. It's kind of like too much shadowy camera shots and everything, and so it kind of, there's some parts of the movie there's some bad lighting on this movie. That's pretty much it, but okay, my first impression of this movie is kind of like, it was kind of boring. To me, I felt like I was bored a little bit, but then I realized, okay, this movie has character development, and these kind of characters you get into, okay? You want them to succeed, you want them to survive, you want them to complete their mission, and I think that's what happens. I get into this movie. I started to get into this movie maybe about 60 minutes after I really got into it, and it was really good. I like that. That's what I liked about the movie, really. In the movie, it focuses on relationships. It focuses more on the relationship, between the soldier and the man and his daughter, okay? And the FBI doesn't seem obscure. They don't seem like they're kind of just like a little bit of an afterthought. So you don't really get that impression. You kind of feel like, okay, these guys are, they're trying to do their mission. They want to succeed as well. So basically, this movie, I give this movie a 8 out of 10. I give this movie 1 thumbs up because, like I said, it's kind of on the surface, it's kind of boring, and but after a while, you get into it, and you want to see these people succeed in their mission. You want to see them stop the end of the world. Basically, that's what happens. It's the end of the world, and they're trying to stop that from happening. Everybody was good on this movie. Everybody. Annabelle, the guy who plays the girl who plays Annabelle, the guy who plays David, the soldier, the FBI, they were all good. And when you do a low budget movie, it kind of like after a while, you're not going to find good actors. But I'm here. This movie was filmed in Sydney, Australia, and so it's kind of, you don't see that. You don't really see a lot of basically you don't see what's happening. The land and everything. It looks like Sydney, Australia. It doesn't look like it, but it was filmed in Sydney, Australia. So I definitely like this movie. Terminus was actually we have probably watched maybe once or twice, and then I give this movie a matinee because, like I said, you're gonna like, you're gonna get into it. It's gonna seem kind of boring to you, but it's definitely a good time. If you're not into movies like this, do not watch it. But if you're into movies that are really drawn out, there's a lot of thought into them. There's a lot of character development. There's a lot of original ideas. This movie has a lot of that. It has a lot of original ideas, and there's a lot of things going on. But you really have to sit down, and you have to really be into it to watch it. And I definitely highly recommend this movie. It was great. It surprised me. It's a surprising movie to me. Okay, it surprised me. This movie surprised me. Okay. All right. If you like what you see here, and you want to subscribe to this channel, you want to support this blog, please do so. And I will see you guys soon.
How about a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da!
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, think with fly, think.
The price is wrong.
You got knocked up.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
This is Sparta!
He slimed me.
Who? The her.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
I'll be back.